Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Kirby's Return to Dreamland. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into it, and we're in stage 2 of Raisin Ruins, I believe. I don't know, it's been a little while, so I have a really bad memory, but we ended off with hammer power, and then I see a brand new power that we haven't tried out, so we're gonna go ahead and pick that up. It's water power, which I believe, to my knowledge, is new to the whole Kirby franchise. And it's pretty cool. You can like run on water, and you can like create tidal waves and whatnot. It's a pretty neat power. But then I meet my mortal enemy. These crazy-looking enemies. I don't know. They're pretty weird. I couldn't figure out what that was, and it ended up being a little health, so that was okay. Also, a little tidbit about water power. If you go, like, in the water, and you hit, like, the regular attack button, too, you can, shoot, like, a stronger stream of water. It's pretty useful later on when you get in the, more watery levels. But that's as far as I know. Here I think this is another new power for us, but definitely not a new power in the whole Kirby scene. It's rock power, and a lot of people, I mean, I for one used to not like rock power. It was the most boring of the powers. You just kind of clicked the button and you turned into a rock and fell to the ground. But I mean, they livened it up a lot. They made it like so you could roll, I guess, a little bit, and they made it so that you could transform into different things, which is pretty cool. I like that neat addition. And over here, I missed, but you can hit that with the rock, or a hammer if you kept your hammer power. And right here, I fail to remember if yep, I did it wrong. But it's okay, if you mess up in any Kirby game, for that matter, and any part of any Kirby game, you just leave the room, and you go back in, and it'll all be reset the way you left it. So, here, I know that it's gonna, like, do a weird curve motion, so you just jump over it and you get the first gear of stage number 2. So they made this really easy if you're rock power, but if you're not rock power, that would be a little difficult section right there. I guess what they're trying to see how my stream of water is really short, but earlier in the video it was really long and it had like 2 different like beams. That's because I had water power and it was stronger. But now that I have rock power, it's not as strong. Forgot what I was gonna say. I had something that I was gonna say earlier, and then I started talking about water. Anyways, failed to get the life because I'm not good. So we're just gonna leave it at that. I have 13 lives, so it's not a big deal or anything. I'm trying to figure out this flying, surfing thing, and it's actually really cool. Like if you double tap it, you run, and then if you tap the attack button, you get on a wave. At least from what I remember. And I mean, if you just saw there, that was pretty awesome. So I'm going in here to make sure I didn't miss anything, and lo and behold, I missed a secret door that had a gear in it. So if you hit, like, one of the bombs, it'll open up the section to the gears, but if you hit the other one, as demonstrated, it'll open up the one with the enemies. So, be careful there. Oh, I did want to mention that next week, I am going out of town. I'm going to Croatia, which is in Europe. For those of you who don't know, it's across from Italy, above the Mediterranean Sea. I'm going with some friends, so that'll be pretty awesome. It's gonna be a neat little trip. But I'm gonna be gone for all of my spring break, so I won't be here to make any videos. Keep that in mind. But there will be a special something, secret, super secret, special something that'll be coming out, hopefully coming out before I leave, and I'm pretty sure everyone will enjoy that. I'll put a whole bunch of messages, I'll make a video about it when it happens, to let you guys know. It's coming pretty soon, hopefully by Friday or by Sunday at the latest. But that's that. So back to the video here. This is the next like super power, I guess you could say. I like the hat. The hat's really awesome. If you watch it when you run it, like, it's cool. But it's Flare Beam, which if you click the attack button, it'll form a giant ball that you can control with the D-pad. It makes a horrendous noise. Like, it's awful. If I was to make that any louder, I'm pretty sure nobody would enjoy that. That's like a more horrible version of dubstep. I'm all for music, I love it, but I don't like really dubsteppy stuff. Like, I can deal with some things are alright, especially when you're jamming out, whatever. But some things go a little bit too far with the dubstep. But anyways, I make it to the portal that brings you to this weird place, and this one has a whole bunch of water in it, so I'm just gonna kind of fandangle my way around the water. I like how the mechanic that, like, when you're in flying mode Kirby, you float to the top of the water instantly, but when you're not, you can swim, like you have free swimming. It's pretty cool. But yeah. I mean, there's a lot of mechanics in this game that are really useful. Tried to get that health because I thought I would need it for the boss, and I failed. So just gonna go ahead and make my way back in there. This episode's really, I don't know if I already said this because I'm really bad with remembering if I already said things, but this is a really long episode, so I think it's only one level too. I don't know if this is just a long level or what. So I don't know if all the levels are also gonna be like this in the future, because we're getting further in the game, and as game logic would suggest, the further you get into a game, the more difficult the levels become. But I don't know, because this is pretty blind. So I mean, they may be really fast, or they may be 10 minutes long per level. We'll cross the bridge when we come to it, but for right now, I just made my way to, I forget what these bosses are called, some sphere boss or something like that. No big deal. So, Sphere Doomer? Pretty weird. Maybe they have different names depending on, like, what color they are. But I grab Whip Power, and I'm just destroying this guy. Because Whip Power is pretty powerful. Yeah, it is. You can charge up your shots, and it has this, like, mechanic to where, like that, if you run and then you hold to, it'll constantly spin the rogue, or the whip, which just does a lot of damage. So finish up the guy there, and that's that. We got all the energy spheres for that level. Moving on to the end of this section. I don't know. I have a lot of things on my mind, so it's kind of difficult to narrate this. I apologize. So, thanks for watching. This is the end of the episode. Make sure you leave a like rating to help get the channel noticed, and make sure you leave a comment about what you're doing over spring break. Hey, hey! Or if you already had spring break. Mine's coming up in the next week, as mentioned. So I will catch you guys later in the next episode, which hopefully will be coming out before I leave. And yeah, that's that. I'll catch you guys later.